US President Donald Trump's reaffirmed tariff threats against Mexico and Canada have shaken global stock markets. Major equity markets face significant losses, with US stocks experiencing a sharp decline. The Indian market is also expected to feel the impact of the escalating trade war. The uncertainty surrounding the Trump administration's actions is predicted to further dampen market sentiment, potentially leading to a decline in the market. And the Nifty benchmark stock market indices have opened lower, reacting to the global cues of US President Donald Trump after he said that 25% tariffs on goods from Mexico and Canada will take effect today, stoking fears of a trade war in North America and sending financial markets reeling. The S&P BSE Sensex fell 368.03 points to 72,717.91, while the NSE Nifty 50 lost 136.30 points to 21,982.70 as of 9:16 a.m. We have with us Dr. Sharat Kohli, senior economist, joining us on the telecast. Dr. Sharat Kohli, good morning to you. And it's a huge question at this hour that after Trump has announced this trade war, this tariff war on Canada, Mexico and China, it has an impact on the markets as well. The global markets are in jittery. We have seen that the Dalal Street is also responding to that. It's a tense situation right now. How do you think this will have impact in further, in later days, in later hours? How will it have impact on Dalal Street and the global market?
Well, good morning and good morning to the viewers of NewsX. I think there's a lot of trade uncertainty which has gripped the market as of now. We all know that these tariffs, they don't augur too well for the trade circles. After all, it's the companies who trade the goods which are exported, manufactured by these companies or traded by these companies, and the bilateral trade between the two countries get impacted. More importantly, I think tariffs by America is also raising the fear of inflation in America, because the goods are going to become costly. America cannot manufacture everything by itself. We all know that. I mean, it will have to be importing something, and they're going to land up there being more expensive for people of America, which will fuel inflation. Inflation means the Fed rates will not come down. The growth of overall global growth, American growth will be impacted. Bilateral trade will be impacted. So I think the markets eventually will settle down. I think markets have a very good habit of putting things behind and forgetting. Market has a very short memory also. It doesn't remember things for too much. So I hope things settle down today, because especially the additional tariffs on Mexico and Canada, the tariffs become effective from today. And on China, I think 2nd April will be another crucial day, because President Trump has announced reciprocal tariffs, which is on the entire world. So whatever you levy, we levy, so that it will come effect in India as well. So I think the markets will react until such time. It's going to be a bit of an uncertain period for the market. Testing times. A lot of investors have not seen this bear phase. Most of the investors, they joined the market after COVID, and they have not seen this kind of a phase. They are not used to this kind of beating of the stock. So I think it's a good learning experience. But I think for investors who are in for long term, this gives very good opportunity to enter the markets. You can look for bargain hunts here and there. You can look for attractive valuation. A lot of large cap stocks have come in very attractive prices. I think people can buy in smaller stocks, in smaller lots over a period of time in the form of an SIP. And I think they will be gainers in the long run. A lot of people, we see a lot of domestic institutional investors, they are buying the stock these days, whereas the foreign institutional investors are selling the stock. So why are domestic institutional buying? Because they feel that this is bargain time for the stocks, and in the long run, they will be in for good returns. So no need to be worried. There's no need for investors to panic. I think they should look for bargainers. People who are worried, they should keep away from the market. People who are into profits still, they can book the profits. But others can enter the market gradually in the form of SIP, which is systematically putting in the money after fixed periods, after some time.
Dr. Sharat Kohli, in terms of the 25% tariffs on steel and aluminium imports that will be imposed from March 12, what kind of advice would you give to the investors and the people who in general, how do you think this will have an impact on the imports in general?
Well, I think we can expect increase of prices. There's no doubt about that because the goods are going to land here costly and they're going to be exported. When they land in another country, they're going to be costly. So as far as stock markets are concerned, I think they can keep away from aluminium and steel companies which exclusively manufacture for some time. Let things settle down. The problem right now is that there's a lot of uncertainty because the real impact of this tariff levy is going to be known after a few months. I mean, right now, stock market tends to discount the factors very early. So the real impact will be only known in a few weeks' time or probably a few months' time when the tariffs come into effect. The markets are reacting in anticipation. So I think people should wait for a while and people should see because eventually markets settle down around, they absorb the news, they digest the news, and then they move on. Market cannot keep falling forever. We should not forget that there's about 40,000 crores going into mutual funds every month. There's about 24,000 crores out of that 40,000 crores which is going into SIP. DIIs have been buying on a very optimistic note. So I think aluminium steel market shares can be kept away for some time. But eventually things will settle down. I think in the market, what happens is there's a very gloomy picture which is painted at the global level. So I've been in the market for over 35 years. I know these phases come and go. It's just a passing phase and the markets will recover. Market can never go in one direction for a very long time. As I said, I'll reiterate that it's a very good opportunity for bargain stock buyers to enter the market.
Dr. Sharat Kohli, I'm going a bit off topic here, but Trump has announced that the military aid that will be given to Ukraine, he has halted that. What kind of impact do you think that will have on the market amid the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war and the military suppliers and manufacturers?
Well, I think the war can only go two ways. It will only either come to a complete standstill, or probably, we see a new equation building up across the world where, Europe is suddenly sort of on the Ukraine side and America and Russia seem to be giving up together. It's a completely new equation. So as far as the defense stocks are concerned, we can see that Indian defense stocks in particular have a very bright future. I see a lot of demand for Indian defense stocks. We already have hit exports of about 25,000 crores in terms of defense stocks. So I think I am very strongly recommending people to buy defense stocks and keep them for a longer time, and they are in for very good return in the times to come as far as defense companies are concerned. But geopolitically, I think we are seeing completely new equations building after President Trump has come, in the administration, and new kind of alliances are building. We see now Taiwan being alienated by America. We see Ukraine being alienated by America. Both these countries were being supported by America. Now we see Europe suddenly feeling it's been probably left stranded, where the American government is not supporting Europe. Europe supporting Ukraine. So I think it's going to be a very, very different scenario, and we will know in a few months' time what is the impact of these new equations as far as the financial and stock markets are concerned.
All right.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.